Here is your full, engaging, emotional long-form story, crafted smoothly for a 40-minute YouTube video, starting with a powerful hook and ending with a strong message. No headings, just flowing paragraphs. Sir, my sister can't walk, can we stay with you? The boy's trembling voice cut through the cold night air like a forgotten prayer. The shelter's dim lights flickered overhead, illuminating his thin face, cracked lips, and the little girl he held tightly, her legs wrapped in a faded blanket, her head resting weakly against his shoulder. And in that single moment, the single dad CEO, Daniel Hayes, the man known for never slowing down, felt his heart crash into his ribs. If you're watching this right now, don't scroll away. You need to hear what happened next. You won't forget it. Daniel had come to the shelter only because the storm had grounded all transport. His 7-year-old daughter, Lily, was asleep inside, curled up with her favorite stuffed bunny. He was supposed to be in another city for a major board meeting. Instead, fate brought him here, where a boy no older than 10 stood shivering in the doorway, trying to look braver than he felt. The boy swallowed nervously. Please, sir, they said the shelter is full. We'll sit anywhere, my sister hasn't eaten since morning. His voice cracked on the last word. Daniel stared at him, at the girl's fragile legs, her pale face, the tiny hand clutching her brother's shirt. Something inside him broke open. He had been a strict man, focused on business, structure, and control. But ever since his own wife passed away 3 years ago, he learned that some pains don't fade, they soften only when you start giving what you once lost. Daniel crouched down. What's your name, buddy? Armin, he whispered. And, this is Alina. She's 8. She can't walk anymore since the accident. We've been moving place to place, we just need somewhere tonight so she doesn't get sick. The storm howled louder, almost echoing the fear in Armin's eyes. Daniel inhaled deeply. This was not a decision for a CEO, but for a father. A human. You can stay with us, he said finally. Armin blinked in disbelief. Inside the shelter, Daniel gave them his own blankets, the only spare mattress, and split the food he bought for himself and Lily. When Lily woke up, rubbing her sleepy eyes, she walked over to Alina, gently placing her bunny beside her. You can hold her if you want, Lily said softly. Alina smiled for the first time that night, hugging the toy as if it were a warm memory. While the children rested, Daniel spoke to Armin privately. The boy explained everything. Their mother had passed away the year before. Their father left soon after, unable to cope with responsibility. Since then, Armin had carried his sister, literally, wherever they went. Some nights they slept on bus station benches, some nights outside closed shops. Armin had become her legs, her protector, her entire world. But he was just a child. Daniel felt tears burn the back of his eyes. He hadn't let himself cry in a very long time. The boy's strength mirrored something he had forgotten, the courage of choosing love every single day. The next morning, the storm cleared, but Daniel couldn't bring himself to say goodbye. The thought of these children walking back into uncertainty made his stomach twist. Before they could pack their thin blankets, Daniel asked Alina, have you ever seen a real doctor? Someone who could help with your legs. Armin shook his head. We can't afford it, sir. Daniel stood up, quietly making a phone call to the best orthopedic specialist in the city. He didn't say much, but his voice was firm, protective, almost fierce, because once he decided something mattered, he moved mountains. He drove the children to the hospital himself. As the doctor examined Alina, Armin held her hand tightly, his face pale. Daniel rested a hand on his shoulder. Whatever happens, you're not alone.